The defendant is charged with 1 count of breaking and entering, 1 count grand larceny, 1 count conspiracy to commit grand larceny, 9 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, and failing to report his henchman's salary to the IRS. How does the defendant plead?
I surrender to no one.
Professor Payne is a villain of the lowest order. A true madman bent on domination and oppression. But I am confident that justice will be served. Where's the rest of it? Excuse me. Where's the rest of it? There were 30 cue cards this morning. Did you not see them?
This city fears me because it cannot comprehend my vision. This trial is merely an extension of your ignorance. What's that?
He's loose! Well, I hope he doesn't get convicted because he's putting my kids through college.
Why? Does he give out a lot of scholarships?
No, but he keeps trashing buildings.
Stop crying. Come on, come on. People are gonna think I'm a jerk, and I'm not. I'm awesome. You know I'm awesome. They know I'm awesome. Don't. Nah, well. Edit this out. Cut it. You're good. Maybe go a little bit that way and. Hey. You got that though, right? Right? Yeah, a ton of bricks.
I do not yield.
Yes, you said that several times now. I was supposed to get a promotion with that plea bargain. Now I'll be lucky to keep my job.
I cannot be defeated.
Let's go over this again. So all your henchmen are testifying against you in exchange for reduced sentences.
Traitorous dogs.
By the way, what is with the way you spell all your nicknames?
Easier to copyright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
We make a real killing off of the t-shirts.
One thing that we do have going for you is that you were apprehended by an edgy anti-hero. Now that's the sort of thing that gives the jury a sense of moral ambiguity.
Weak-minded fools.
But your buddy, Sergeant Justice, on the other hand, is what we like to call a big blue Boy Scout. His testimony will pretty much sink us.
No prison can hold me.
I should have never left tax law. Mr. Infernal, you claim to be a demon from the underworld. Doesn't that call into question your character as a witness?
No further questions.
After he shut down the camera feed, that one trapped me in an invisible box.
And who was leading the supervillain team? Is he in this courtroom today?
Yeah, it was him.
Let the record show that he is pointing to Professor Payne, and that Professor Payne is making threatening gestures with his hands.
I am seated in the corrupt tournament of lies that is the modern justice system. I'm testifying against Professor Payne.
Oh, objection! Voiceover narration is inadmissible in court.
Sustained. Have that stricken from the record.
Moving right along. Obsidian, did you witness Sergeant Justice arresting Professor Payne? And can you answer the question without going on another nihilistic tirade?
Sergeant Justice made the arrest.
No further questions.
Does the defense have any questions for this witness? Witness is dismissed.
The defense calls Professor Ramses Payne to the stand.
Order! I will not have this courtroom turned into a circus.
Professor Payne, where were you on the afternoon of October 7th, 2012?
I was in my lair, hidden deep beneath an erotic costume shop on South Street.
Ah, doing what?
Watching Sailor Moon.
For how long?
From 2:15 p.m. to 6:22 p.m.
Are you aware that you're stating the exact time that the robbery took place?
Yes.
So after you finished watching Sailor Moon, what did you do?
I was interrupted when Obsidian and Sergeant Justice forced their way into my inner sanctum. They defeated me for the moment, but my vengeance will be as swift as it is slow and torturous.
So you claim that you were a victim of an unprovoked attack while in the comfort of your own home.
Precisely.
Now, you bear the title Professor. In what field do you hold a PhD?
Women's Studies.
No further questions.
Professor Payne, you maintain that you were home during the robbery. Can anyone substantiate this alibi? A friend, a peer?
I have no peers.
What about forensic evidence? Surely, if your lair were attacked, there would be signs of...
On the plus side, your escape attempt bought us a 4-hour recess. I think we should consider changing your plea. At this point, it won't get you a reduced sentence, but I'll get to go home. And that's something.
You know, given the failure of my neutron device, perhaps it's time to consider a change in tactics.
What? You want to cooperate now?
Your legal obfuscations have been brilliant. I dare say I'm inspired by the way you obstruct justice.
Thanks. I guess.
I can read incredibly fast. I believe I found something.
I gotta make a phone call.
Defense, your witness.
Sergeant Justice, is it true that you are the arresting superhero during Payne's alleged museum heist?
That's correct.
Would it please the court if you could show us your superhero registration card? Huh. Looks brand new.
Objection, relevance?
Overruled. You better not be stalling, Mr. Peters.
Not at all, Your Honor. Now, I'd like the court to note Exhibit M. Now, this was taken at the superhero registry. Please note the timestamp.
Need to have this renewed.
Is it expired?
Yes.
If it's expired, then you need the SR212 form. You can find that in the red line. Take a number, they'll be with you.
No. I was just there. They said I needed this form.
They're mistaken. Please move along now.
This is ridiculous. I've been here for 3 hours. I've got places to be.
Get out the next person in line, please.
God damn it. You son of a bitch.
He's robbing it now. Yeah, I'll be there.
As you can see, Sergeant Justice had absolutely no legal authority during the alleged museum heist, thus rendering my client's arrest completely illegal.
He's correct. Case dismissed.
Have you been injured by a superhero or heavily armed vigilante? Then call the law offices of Peters and Payne.
Our legion of legal representatives is standing by to take your case.
We represent cases for structural damage, excessive force, unlawful restraint, and much more. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to these testimonials.
Captain Quick felt me up at super speed. I called Peters and Payne, and they got me a huge settlement.
Won't get hurt. Peters and Payne win case.
You pay nothing until we achieve victory. Call 1-800-SUE-HEROES right now.
This just serves to highlight the inherent flaws in your corrupt, dying legal system.
Kiss my ass. Emo.